Sup guys, Football Galaxy here. I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July. This video was actually supposed to be a 4th of July special, but I was celebrating last night, watching the fireworks, so I didn't really have time to release this video yesterday. So I am technically a day late, but I'm not going to let that bother me. As you guys probably saw from the title and the thumbnail, you guys probably know what's going on. To commemorate America's birthday for today, guys, we're going to dig into my personal top 10 US-MT kits. Let's get started. Alright then guys, so without further ado, let's just start right off with number 10 in my list, which is going to be the 2012 away kit. Now here's the thing guys, something that I will admit, I pretty much had my top 6 kits secured for this video. Picking the rest from 7 to 10 was a little bit complicated for me because there really weren't that much kits that stood out to me. I know there's been several US-MT kits throughout the years, but to be honest guys, most of the late 90s kits, to me, they kind of look like Norway. Like if it was Norway kits, not US-MT kits. So to be honest, most of the late 90s and early 2000 kits for me, they just really weren't much that were outstanding to me that I personally liked. So it was kind of tough to choose, like to rank them from 10 to 7. So, but I did like this kit, to be honest. I really do like the design. When it comes to the away kits, especially if it's blue, you don't really get to see white sleeves. So this is actually kind of a new thing that the US-MT did in this year for this kit, which I personally do like. I really like how the main kit is blue, but we do have some white sleeves, and it does have a nice look to it. I really do like it, and I like the blue sash as well. It's dark enough where you can tell it's there, because sometimes you can't even tell it's there. Like for example, the 2010 home kit, the white one that has also white sash. I mean, you can kind of tell, but because it's white and that one's not, and the sash is a little bit gray, that one's more hard to tell if there's a sash there. But in this case, the dark blue, like it even looks like black, for crying out loud. Like you can it's a nice detail that they made it clear enough where you can tell if there's a sash there, and it looks nice. I personally do like it, and I think my favorite part would have to be the color. The blue, white, red. Yes, of course, some would say that looks like more like France, but honestly, I don't care. This is a pretty nice US-MT away kit, and that's pretty much the reason why I put this in my top 10. Mostly in 10th place, because for me, there's other US-MT kits that are way much better than this one. But this is still a very nice kit. Moving on, guys, to number 9, which is going to be the 2010 World Cup away kits. And guys, I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite blue away kits. There has been away kits that have not been blue, but I gotta say, this one is probably one of my favorite ones, and I just love this design. Again, they made another sash, which is that it doesn't look bad. It really does not look bad. It really, in my opinion, it really does not look bad in US-MT kits. Personally, I'm a Galaxy fan. So if you guys know about the Galaxy, our iconic kit identity is wearing the sash. Of course, that might go away since currently we don't have a sash. But that has been our kit identity. I personally have always been a fan of the sash. And I like sashes in general. But there are some exceptions, of course, in the world of football. In this case, the sash does work in this one again. I really like it. I love how it's a white sash this time. And there's 2 red small lines on the side of the sash. That looks awesome in my opinion. I really do like it. I also like how the Nike logo is red. That really does fit well with the white sash right there. And this kit in general just looks awesome. Like I like how the color is red as well as that line on the sleeve cuff. It's not really much of a sleeve cuff. It's just a line there right on the edge of the sleeves, but it still looks nice. And yeah, overall, this kit is just really, really cool. I would put this higher in my list, but again, there are more kits later in the list, which in my opinion are a lot better. They look way more awesome, but this is still a very nice kit, and I think it's no brainer. I think this one would be in anyone's top 10 US-MT kits, in my opinion. So yeah. Moving on to number 8 in the list, which is going to be the 2014 World Cup away kit. Now, what's funny is that this one does have a bit of controversy. There's some fans that are not a fan of this and have made fun of being like those those popsicles, the red and white popsicle sticks that you see like in carnivals and ferries. Well, I do get that joke. It is pretty funny. But personally, I love this kit. And in fact, I think the 2014 World Cup was the first time I saw the U17. In fact, I kind of became a U17 fan like around 2013, around that era. So for me, as a U17 fan, the 2014 World Cup was the first time I saw the U17 World Cup. I did not really follow the U17 back in the 2010 World Cup. In 2014, that's when I really was a U17 fan. So for me, I love this kid. In fact, I still remember when I saw the U17 versus Ghana game. That was awesome to watch. They wore this kid, and I love it. I legit love this kid. It's a very unique design, something that U17 has never done. It's like it's half red. The mid part is white and the top half is blue. It looks awesome. It really does look awesome. I don't really care about the jokes about it, about looking like that popsicle stick. I really don't even see it, to be honest. I just really like this kid. The color just looks awesome. This is probably one of my favorite away kits as well, to be honest. For me, it just has an iconic look to me. Like just for me personally, because again, the 2014 World Cup was the first time when I was a real U17 fan and I saw them playing the World Cup for me. So yeah, that's why I really do like this kit. I know others do not like this kit, but for me, I really do like it. And yeah, it's one of my favorite away kits, to be honest, that the U17 has had. Next up, number 7, we got the 1994 home kit. Now, this also might be a little bit controversial because one of the first two things that might come up to your mind will be, okay, one, it kind of looks like Atletico Madrid, and two, if you're an MLS fan, it looks like Chivas USA. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. If you're a U17 fan, you very well know that this is a very iconic looking kid. Even though it might remind you of Atletico Madrid or any other famous popular team that has red stripes going down, it is still a very iconic looking U17 kid. And the reason why I put this in number 7 in front of the other kits is because it just looks awesome. In fact, it looks like a 4th of July decoration. And I'm not saying that as a joke. I'm saying it as a fan of this kit, because I really do like it. I recognize how iconic this is, and it looks awesome. In fact, I would literally put this on my top 10 home U17 kits, but we're doing both home and away for this video. This is my top 10 of all time, basically. Putting aside the stripes, my favorite part would have to be the collar and the sleeve cuffs. That just looks so good. In my opinion, they should really bring those back. I know that they have been, like they've brought back like usually, like sometimes they put blue and red lines, but not in this form, not in this way. This looks like those banners that you hang up on your houses outside. That like for me, that looks awesome. I really do like how they did it. I also like how the Adidas in the US logo is also blue. It looks very well, and of course the stripes to commemorate the US flag. This is a very iconic looking kit, and yeah, for me, this is definitely going in my top 10 in number 7. Moving on to number 6, then, which is going to be the U.S. Women's National Team 2021 pre-match shirt. Now, I know this is technically not an official match jersey, but the reason why I put this pre-match kit in my list, technically should count. In my opinion, it kind of should count because it's still a kid. But, I mean, guys, come on, look at it. This design is so awesome. It is just awesome. You have stars all over it. And I just love the design. I legit do love the design. It's so awesome looking. I love how it stars all over it. Even the stars themselves have a particular design, those hexagonal shape looking, geometric looking type of design within the stars. It looks awesome. Like, it really looks epic. For me, it looks epic. Like a totally stars looking kid. In my opinion, the U.S. national team should have applied to this kid as an official game worn kid, not a pre-match one. This should be a game worn shirt, in my opinion. But I honestly wanted to add this to my list because it just looks awesome. I love this kid. Like, it really does. The only thing I would take away is obviously the Volkswagen one. I mean, it's a pre-match shirt. So, of course, usually when it comes to national teams, the pre-match shirt comes with a sponsor. But yeah, that's the one thing I would take away from this kit. The one thing that's keeping it from the top 5, in my opinion. Just take out the Volkswagen logo and that blue line. I don't know why Nike does that. I've seen that in other Nike pre-match shirts where there's just a random line in this shoulder. There's not even a freaking line on the other shoulder. It's just on the left one. And I really don't get what's the purpose of that. Like, is it literally just to identify, like, oh, okay, there's a pre-match shirt because it has a line on it. The other ones don't have it, so that's a an official match shirt. If that's the way of how they did it, so that way they could identify which is a pre-match shirt and a game war shirt, that's just disappointing. Because again, I don't really see the point of adding just an unnecessary random blue line going across this part of the sleeve. So take away that and take away the Volkswagen logo. And for me, this is in the top 10, but just because of those details, I'm going to put it number 6. But we are approaching the top 5, which I think you guys might like better. So here we go, boys. Going off with number 5. And it's going to be the 2012 home kit. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys, this is probably my favorite USMNT home kit. Actually, the second one, because the one coming after this one is probably my favorite. But it's between these two, which is why I put them literally right beside each other. This kit and the one that's coming is like a fight between my top number 1 favorite US home kit, but I gotta say, this one is just awesome. I just love the horizontal stripes. This is exactly, in my opinion, guys, I've always thought that the USMNT should apply horizontal stripes. That should be our iconic kit identity. That should, because if you think about it, if we just use plain white t-shirts with just a simple red and blue neckline or sleeve cuffs, then the world might as well confuse us with England, because England does the exact same thing. England doesn't use red horizontal stripes. We do, because that's obviously in our flag. So in my opinion, in my personal opinion, the U.S. national team should apply red horizontal stripes in their home kits as a traditional iconic kit identity. But of course, people might not agree with me. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're more fans of just a plain white shirt than just implementing some sort of a design, especially when it comes to stripes or hoops. But in my opinion, guys, this has to be probably one of my favorite, either my second favorite or my top favorite U.S. home kit, because it just looks so awesome, man. It's just all American. It literally screams all American with the iconic red stripes. In fact, you can even see a sash. For those who know, there is a sash faded in the background of each part of the stripes, going from the top left to the bottom right, and it really does look awesome. It really does look awesome. I love this kit, which is why it's in my top 5. But moving on to the next one, guys, which is, again, the one that's battling for me for the top U.S. home kit, my personal favorite top U.S. home kit is going to be the 2018 home kit, also used for 2019. But, guys, this is just an awesome-looking home kit, in my opinion. Obviously, they're implementing a plain white T-shirt with a plain white shirt, which they have done recently. It's kind of like that's pretty much the tradition now, ever since the early 2000s and maybe the late 90s. Using a plain white shirt as a home kit, which I'm not saying I'm not a fan of. I do like it, but like if you don't want to confuse with England, then just use the red horizontal stripe. That's in my opinion. But I'm not saying I'm not a fan of the plain white kits. I do like them. They do look nice. Like the current one. I do like the current one. But this one, they're pretty much implementing both. Obviously on the on the right side of the shirt, and I am seeing it on the perspective of the player. Like if you're wearing it, this side where it's all white would be considered the right side. So the right side of the shirt, obviously implementing is a plain white shirt like they've done for the past few years. And then on the left side, it's just a great design. It's just so awesome how they made some red stripes and then fading into blue. That looks just awesome. Like this is a freaking genius design, in my opinion. This is literally the reason why I'm saying it's tough for me to decide which is my favorite USMNT home kit, because between this one and the 2012 one, both of them just look so good. I love both of them, but I gotta say I have to put this one in front because the design just looks so good. It's like literally the perfect combination of what I want and what the USMNT have been doing. A perfect combination of red horizontal stripes with that awesome fade of blue, and then just a plain white kit, which is what they've been doing for the past few years. Like I've said, it's just a great kit. I love this kit, and I had to put them in my top 5. I just had to. It's a great, awesome kit. And yeah, I think I would choose this over the 2012 home kit, to be honest. But yes, this is my favorite US home kit. Moving on, guys, to number 3 in the list, which is going to be the 2019 U.S. Women's National Team World Cup kit. This kit seriously reminds me of the 2021 pre-match shirt that I talked about just a few minutes ago. It just looks awesome and epic. I like how there's just faded details of the U.S. flag. You got the stars and the stripes, all in red, of course, but they're faded. And of course with a different shade of red because you can tell that they're there. And this is just an awesome looking kit. I love this kit. In my opinion, it had to be the top 3. It's just so epic looking. In fact, if I was in charge of the US-17 or Nike, whatever, I would make this the away kit and the 2021 pre-match shirt as the home kit. How awesome would that be, guys? Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. In my opinion, that would be awesome. A perfect home kit and a perfect home white kit and a perfect red away kit, which is kind of like once in a blue moon. It's not very often that the US-17 releases red away kits. It's usually been blue. It's usually just been blue, but red kits, in my opinion, US-17 red kits have looked good. That is if you make them look American, because if it's just going to be just a white and blue line, then you might as well confuse them with Norway. And that's the problem that I had when it comes to the late 90s, early 2000s red US national team kits. That's the problem that I had. But this kit is a clear exception of that because it is full of American details in it. The US flag details is just screaming right at you with the stars and the stripes. It looks awesome. It's a great looking kit. And yeah, this is totally in the top 3 of my list. Moving on, guys, to number 2. We're getting close, guys. And here's the thing about number 2. This one and number 1, for me, it was a battle between who was going to be the winner. But with that being said, guys, for me, number 2 in my list is my favorite US-17 away kit, like ever, which is the 2017 Gold Cup kit. Guys, I just love this kit. I would love to get this kit and put it on for the 4th of July. Either that one or the third one, the 2019 away kit. But this one just looks so awesome. And, it's like a cousin of the 2019 away kit. In fact, I won't be surprised if that kit was inspired by this one. Because, again, you have the red stripes, which, as you know, I talked about it. I love red horizontal stripes on US-17 kits. And look at this. This is just beautiful. This is just freaking beautiful. You got the red horizontal stripes, which I love. You got the stars in the background, faded, but they're dark enough, just enough where you can tell that they're there. And if you can't see them, well, Nike did you a better one because they're on the sleeves, guys. That is just awesome. Nike should do that more often. Put some more stars either in the sleeves or on the neck. That would just be epic as all heck, man. And I love this kit. Again, this is my favorite US national team away kit. It just looks so awesome. The colors are great. It's a great away kit, guys. It's a legit great away kit. You have dark colors, the dark blue, obviously the one of the main away kits for the US national team, but then you also have red, the red horizontal stripes, and it just makes it look so good. I love this kit, and which is why it is number 2 in the list. I legit love her more than my favorite US national team home kit, the 2018 one. I legit love this more. It just looks so awesome looking. But number 1 in my list, even though it is an away kit, so spoiler, it's an away kit. But even though it's an away kit, it's not really my favorite away kit, but it is the most iconic kit in my opinion, which every US-17 fan should recognize. You guys probably might have an idea what it is by now, but here we go, boys. Drum roll, please. Number 1 US-17 kit of all time, in my opinion, is the 1994 away kit. And I mean, this is like the visual definition of the word iconic, guys. It is just classic. Both the home kit, which was like number 7, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or number 6, and this one, it is just so dang good, man. You got the stars going from the bottom right to the top left. It's just so iconic. So many legends played in this kit, such as Alexi Lalas, even though calling him a legend might be a little bit controversial. You let me know in the comment section below. But yes, guys, I had to put this as number 1. Like I said, I know the last one, the 2017 Gold Cup kit, is my favorite away kit, and it still holds true. But I have to recognize this is the top number 1 kit in U.S. national team soccer history, in my opinion. And I'm not saying I don't like this kit. I do. And like I do. Not only did I put it just for obvious reasons, but of course, for me personally, I would totally have put this in my top 10. Personally, for me, this is number 1. This is the most awesome looking, iconic, retro, classic looking U.S. national team kit that the U.S. soccer team has ever done, in my opinion. And if they could ever bring back this design, please do, man. Just please do. It would look so epic. This is another kit I would legit wear for the 4th of July. It literally screams America with the stars. It just looks so awesome, man. It is so awesome. In fact, the MLS All-Stars back in 2019 came out with a similar looking kit, but instead of All-Stars, it also has some Canadian, the Canadian maple leaf, because of course MLS is both US and Canada. But in my opinion, as far as I know, that's been the closest kit that's had the most similar looking design as this one. This is just a chef's kiss kit, in my opinion. It's so iconic, so awesome. In my opinion, it is the #1 US national team kit. And well then, guys, that is it for my top 10. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below what you guys think. Did you guys agree with my list? Was there a kit that I missed that you feel should have been the top 10? Or do you think that another U17 kit should be considered as the #1 US national team kit of all time? Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. And if you guys did like this video, please leave a like. Comment down below your opinions, your thoughts about it. And of course, share this video, guys, with your friends. I would highly appreciate it. If you guys have Discord, please join my football gaming Discord server. The link is in the description below. It is the friendly community for all football fans. And of course, the MLS gaming Discord server, which is the ultimate gaming community and fan community for MLS and US soccer fans. The link is also in the description below. If you guys have Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. It is @FootballGalaxy17. Of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys, and the notification bell so you won't miss more US soccer content here in the Football Galaxy channel. Until then, guys, again, thank you so much, guys, for watching and for subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have yourselves a great Galaxy night.